Hello everyone and welcome to this week's weekly market view for Monday the 21st of November to Friday the 25th of November 2022. My name is Vishal. Let's get started. So let us start with the monthly chart of the Nifty and let's start analyzing the Nifty. So this is the monthly chart and we are seeing a little bit of sell-off now coming from the monthly chart. As I said earlier as well, that when we come closer, very close to the all-time highs or even these highs, we are seeing some kind of a selling pressure. And I said that this candle close above the highs would actually determine whether the market wants to get into a bullish mode and start moving up, or whether the market wants to go down and consolidate. Today's correction in the market has probably more or less put this candle back into below these highs over here. So it's going to be a little more or less a little bit of a battle between the bulls and the bears now to close this candle above these highs. So it will be very interesting to see if the market is able to do that probably this week and maybe the next week as well. Let's go to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, the week has started on a bearish note. We have a gap down and these zones are still holding. They are holding at a little bit more deeper inside the areas, but they are still holding and more or less this probably is a sign where the markets can start turning even to the downside. So it's a little bit of a situation where you need to be careful on your longs. We are very high on the curve and the location is more or less telling us that shorts will be more beneficial to initiate right now in the current market situation than long trades. The good levels of demand, or at least in the short term, is this gap level over here, and we might expect to see a bounce, or even if you just mark it wick to wick, 17,846 on the weekly chart, and then all the way down over here. So levels of demands are very far away from current market price. Let's go to the daily chart. On the daily chart, we are more or less seeing this consolidation, and then we are seeing a little bit of turn in the market, and this is that weekly time frame. I would say this is going to be a little bit of an area to watch out for, this gap area, and if the market starts to fall or starts to correct, then this gap area is more or less likely to get filled. So it's going to be a very interesting week, and especially for traders to the short side. Let's see how the intraday time frame looks like, and this is all today's price action that has taken place, and we can see that there is a supply zone now which is created on the intraday chart. This is that drop supply zone. So we believe that if in case the price just does come back to these levels, then we might expect to see a turn in the market. All right, so just be a little so this is what we are expecting, and then we might expect to see a fall in the market. And what we expect also the market to do is that eventually markets have the tendency to fill gaps on the chart, right? So this is an open gap. Sooner or later this gap is likely to get filled. So whether now this gap gets filled first and then the markets again to begin to reverse, or we first see direction more like this and then like this, is something time will tell. All right, but this is more or less how the levels are looking on the Nifty as of now. Let's go a little bit with the options perspective. So what I will do is I will load my chart template over here, and we will load the IV tool. So just for our channel subscribers who are going to be watching this session in Hindi, I would like to just reiterate. So Nifty जो है अभी थोड़ा सा कंसोलिडेशन तो स्लाइटली बेरिश मोड में है, और अगर मार्केट यहाँ से करेक्ट होने लगता है तो मार्केट पहले इन गैप लेवल्स को टेस्ट कर सकता है. नीचे की तरफ थोड़ा सा खुला मैदान है मार्केट के लिए, लेकिन ये 18,100 का जो लेवल है वो शायद कमिंग सेशंस में टेस्ट हो सकता है। तो 18,100 या फिर 18,050 ये लेवल हमें थोड़े से वॉच आउट करने पड़ेंगे। अगर हम डिमांड के नज़रिए से देखेंगे तो निफ्टी पे जो डिमांड है, ये जो गैप वाला डिमांड है 17,630 वाला, तो थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि मार्केट यहाँ से बाउंस देता है कि नहीं देता। अगर हम वॉलेटिलिटी एनालिसिस देखें, so volatility is very low right now. That means the option premiums are also very low, indicating that option premiums are cheap. So right now, if you are an options trader, ideally you should be an options buyer and not an option seller, and you can plan any directional, non-directional debit strategies and not credit strategies in the current market scenario, at least on the Nifty. All right, let's move on to the Bank Nifty now, and also have a look at perspective of the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is behaving a little different than the Nifty. It's more or less stronger than the Nifty. But today also we are seeing a little bit of a little fall in the Bank Nifty as well. And obviously because Nifty has been dragging the market, Bank Nifty is also likely to get dragged. राइट, बट कंपैरेटिवली अगर हम दोनों को एनालाइज करें तो बैंक निफ्टी डेफिनेटली एक मजबूती दिखा रहा है ऊपर की तरफ, और शायद मुझे लगता है कि ये कैंडल जो है वो कैंडल ये हाई के ऊपर बंद हो सकता है बाय द एंड ऑफ द मंथ। तो 31 को हमें ये कैंडल देखना होगा, क्या ये कैंडल ऑल टाइम हाइस के ऊपर बंद होता है। अगर ये कैंडल बंद होता है तो देन देयर आर चांसेस दैट price might consider this as a new level of demand, and then if the market does tend to correct, then we might see another continuation in this market. So it will be interesting to see, because both Bank Nifty and the Nifty is weaker, Bank Nifty is stronger. Let us see what happens in the coming days. If you look at the Bank Nifty on the daily chart, और अगर हम volatility analysis देखें तो दोनों की volatility, निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी की volatility जो currently है ऑप्शंस के लिए बहुत ही कम है। इसका मतलब यही है कि हम बैंक निफ्टी पे भी डेबिट स्ट्रैटेजीज पसंद करेंगे करना इस करंट मार्केट सिचुएशन में। क्रेडिट स्ट्रैटेजीज से थोड़ा दूर रहना हमें, क्योंकि ऑप्शंस के जो प्रीमियम्स हैं वो सस्ते हैं। सो दीज प्रीमियम्स आर चीप राइट नाउ. So any non-directional debit spreads or any directional debit spreads would be very ideal in the current market scenario if you are an options trader. If you look at the level of demand on the Bank Nifty as well, similar level to the Nifty, this gap level, जहाँ पे एक बार मार्केट ऑलरेडी टेस्ट होके अच्छी तरह से एक नया हाई दिया है मार्केट ने, तो हो सकता है कि in the coming days अगर market correct करे for some reason or the other, then we might see the market doing something like this. All right, so just keep a close watch on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty both. Okay, let's move on to the USDINR. और USDINR शायद हमें थोड़े क्लूज दे सकता है अगर हमने USDINR की थोड़ी सी जांच पड़ताल की. So we can closely see that this demand zone, which is the 75-minute demand zone on USDINR, is still holding. Monthly demand zone is still intact, यानी कि monthly demand zone पे प्राइस अभी तक आया नहीं है, which is still an indication that the markets or the USDINR can still go down towards that monthly level of demand. But now the most important scenario to understand is that अगर हम ये zone देखें, and let's put this 75-minute chart here. तो 75-minute demand hold अच्छी तरह से किया है, and today we have rallied all the way to supply. Now the pure correlation between the two is कि अगर USDINR ऊपर जाता है, there is a very likely possibility कि निफ्टी और सेंसेक्स और जो बाकी के जो इंडाइसेस हैं हमारे, वो नीचे आने चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे USDINR एक बहुत ही क्रूशल जंक्चर पे है. If by any chance if the USDINR continues to move up, then there is a very high possibility that Nifty is likely to correct and go towards to fill that gap. So this is going to give you a big clue today. So कल सुबह जब USD INR ओपन होगा तब आपको थोड़ा सा देखना पड़ेगा कि मार्केट जो है USD INR वो गैप डाउन खुलता है कि वो गैप अप खुलता है. अगर वो गैप अप खुलता है देयर इज़ अ वेरी लाइकली इंडिकेशन कि हमारा जो मार्केट है वो गैप डाउन खुल सकता है जो निफ्टी है. एंड मोर और लेस बिकॉज दोनों मार्केट जो है वो इन्वर्सली कोरिलेटेड है. ये काफ़ी कोरिलेशन अच्छा चलता है व्हेन इट वर्क्स. इट इज़ नॉट 100% बट जब चलता है तब बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट हमें देता है. सो लेट्स कीप अ क्लोज वॉच ऑन बोथ दीज लेवल्स टुमारो. अभी USD INR जो है वो सप्लाई में बंद हुआ है तो शायद एक्सपेक्टेड है कि USD INR कल नीचे आए और कल हमें थोड़ा सा एक बाउंस हमारे मार्केट में देखने को मिल सकता है. एटलीस्ट दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड. बट इफ़ द USD INR continues to move up then our market will also continue to move down. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this week's short and sweet analysis. Looking forward for more analysis. Please do subscribe to our channel and do press the like button and definitely give your valuable comments. आपके comments हमारे लिए बहुत ही valuable है और अगर हमारे sessions आपको पसंद आते हैं so do spread the link and do mention it to your friends and family members as well. Thank you very much once again. I hope you enjoyed today's analysis. Looking forward for the next week. Trade safe and wish you good luck for this week. Bye-bye.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.